Hey Bubblews land, I wanted to create a quick update video. I haven't done enough of these, so I wanted to make one briefly if I could. First, I wanted to update on my own earnings and progress on the site because I know a lot of you like to hear about that and hear how I'm doing it. It motivates some people because I always try to give the concrete, hard numbers instead of being more vague about things. And so let me start with that first. And my earnings this week are at this moment, before I post any more today, even before this post goes live, are at about $131 since October 1st. So that's a really great number. That's from Bubblews alone. That's probably the best week in Bubblews I've had. As many have pointed out, that's in part due to the fact that I've had several featured posts, and I will address that in a minute. But like say, $131. I've been posting a lot more this week. I've been trying to put articles out at good times of the day and with great titles and things like that, and it's been reflected in the numbers that I've earned this week. But as I do mention frequently to those who view my post, Bubblews is just a small portion of the income that I make from writing. I do write full time as my only source of income, and $131 in a week is great from Bubblews, but for the week in total, I have about $400 in earnings from all sources. So, like say, it's a nice piece of what I do, but it's a smaller piece than I think a lot may suspect. I'm not necessarily banking on earnings from Bubblews. I do it for the money, yes, but also for the sense of community and really just to give myself a nice outlet to write about whatever I want to, because a lot of the work that I do is for clients who want something very specific in the writing that I do for them, and they pay well for it, which is great. But every now and then I like to branch out and write about what I want to write about, and Bubblews is a great way to do that and earn some money while doing it. In terms of the featured post thing, I have been featured several times. I think it's just been once, though, since the beginning of October. So people who are pointing this out are mostly addressing posts that were featured for me in late September and all throughout the month of September. Yes, I have been featured several times, so have some other users. There is no real big secret or conspiracy to it. Several have raised the idea or conspiracy theory that I somehow know somebody on the staff or have some kind of in at the company, which I find kind of humorous, because if I did, I would certainly not use it just to have my post featured from time to time. I would probably be looking for a job from the staff, or I would just ask that every post that I put is featured. I mean, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense. Plus, just look around. This is my room. This is where I live. I'm living with my father. I'm a college grad as of last year, class of 2013. I do writing full time and trying to make my way out of living here and have my own place again. But if I had an in with the staff, I would definitely be doing something more to enhance my earnings even further. I don't. It's kind of a ridiculous theory. I don't know anybody in the staff. I'm here in Tennessee. I just write, and I do a lot of it, and I've tried to learn what kind of posts do get featured frequently, and try to adapt my posts to that. Creating great titles, making content that people care about, that I care about when I write it, so there's some passion in the writing, and just focusing on what does get featured and trying to adapt to that, like I say. Also, I do have a large following. I had a large following before featured post ever existed. I've been around on this site since May of last year. I did actually first joined up just a week after I graduated from college, so I've been with them nearly a year and a half. I had a large amount of followers before the site changed over to its new format that it is in now, and also before the featured post element came into play. So there are reasons why you probably see me around the site more than some others, but I think anybody can do it. It's just a matter of taking advice from those who have been featured and sort of learning it on your own too. That's what I did. I mean, I just focused on, okay, what kind of things are being featured and how can I write to that market. So it doesn't have to be spoon-fed to you necessarily, like do this, this, and this, and this, and you will be featured, because there is no formula like that. I think it's mostly a matter of learning, paying attention, and trying to do it yourself. You won't always be successful. When the featured post first started out, it took me a few weeks before I was first featured. You just have to keep posting and keep trying to learn the ins and outs of it. There's not a whole lot more I can give in terms of tips on that. For those who've been critical of me being featured a lot, I understand your frustration at having not been featured yet, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do as a writer about that. I'm not really sure why the frustration was being taken out on me. It doesn't bother me, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I know some have said they sent emails and such to the staff about why they haven't been featured. I don't think that's really going to help your case necessarily. I mean, if you want to do that, go ahead, but to me it seems kind of like complaining, and I don't think just telling the staff I haven't been featured yet is going to get you featured. I think working with the system that's in place is going to get you featured, and working hard and posting a lot. That's really the only way to be successful on this site, and I hope that many people will do that, because I like to see when other people are featured as well. Some people I know and friends of mine from the site have been featured, and that's always a great thing to see. So if you're frustrated with not being featured yet, just kind of keep working at it and use that frustration as a tool to help your writing, and just pay attention to what others are doing. And I'm not saying you copy what they're doing, but just learn some of the elements of it and apply it into your own work. It's the best that I can advise you on that. And also interact with other people. Build your own following. Get a lot of followers, and I don't mean get a lot of followers like doing a follow back kind of scheme. I just interact with people, find posts you like and comment on them. You'll find that a lot of people will follow you for that right interesting post, and people will follow you. Building a following like that is very useful, I think, in generating income whether you're featured or not, because to me 9 times out of 10, or 9 times or 19 times out of 20 my post won't be featured, but those other posts are still generating a decent amount of income. So that's all I'm concerned about. I don't go for the home run every time. I don't need a featured post that's going to earn $10, $15, $20 every single time. If my posts are earning $2, $2.50, $3, you can do it 10 times a day. At $2 a piece, that's $20 a day for writing about whatever you would like. To me, that's great. $20 a day for 30 days in a month, that's $600. There's no reason for me to be, greedier than that, or for anybody to really strive for more than that. Just build up that audience, and you're going to be set. I think for most people, making that amount from just Bubblews would be a great fortune. For me, it is. It's a small fortune there to make that kind of money off Bubblews. So that's what I'm going for. And when a post happens to get featured, you're thankful for that. You're glad that you get that extra income and the extra following, but really it's about building the audience in general, and being nice to other members, and using the community in the way it's supposed to be used. So that's all I have for now. I'm going to wrap this video up here, and hopefully I'll see you all around. I hope you'll enjoy this video being integrated into the post, and maybe you'll find something useful from the post. So good luck to everybody.